Alright, what's up, Dragon Brood? Today we're gonna finally do some fun stuff with Phyrexia ONE, and we're gonna take a look right into Mono White Aggro. And it's not gonna be soldiers, and it's not gonna be tokens. We're gonna do real Mono White Aggro. Mostly because there's a couple of cards I want to check out. One being Skrelv, because it's actually really cool and can protect your stuff. The other being just a really big Phyrexian Vindicator. That's what we want to go with today. We're going to be playing Mono White, should be easy, but you know what? Let's go take a look at the deck list first and see what we're getting ourselves into. For starters, I want to say thank you to Olak454 for becoming a member of the Dragon Brood, for joining the channel. Thank you so much, I really appreciate it. If the rest of you would like to join the channel and support me and help me make other cool stuff, the link's down below. But also, you can check out our channel sponsor, UltraPro, over at ultrapro.com/PowrDragn. Use promo code PowrDragn, they will save you 5%. And there's some really sweet stuff coming out at the end of the week for Phyrexia ONE. Alright, so checking out this deck list, it's kind of stuff we really know, so I don't want to linger too long on most of these, but Hopeful Initiate, good early beater, gives us a way to destroy artifacts and enchantments. We're playing Mono White, so of course we're going to be playing Lay Down Arms, because we're going to have plenty of planes. Have 2 Skrelv. This is one that it will protect some of our key cards, but also in a pinch can help you force through an attack if you need to, and that's actually really important with this. And I think, I'm going to cross my fingers here, with so much of the blue-green, I guess we'll call it poison decks that people have been talking about, this could be really good as well. So we'll find out. So we got 2 Guardian of New Bedalia, and this is kind of a flex spot I ended up putting here, but truthfully, you could probably put in another Skrelv, maybe one of something else. I just wanted some resilience against sweepers if it were to come up. We have a couple of Intrepid Adversaries to pump our creatures. Thalia, obviously causing problems and taxing your opponent, as does Anointed Peacekeeper. Peacekeeper is one of the best cards against stuff like the Planeswalker decks, any of the Mono White control type things. You can just keep those sweepers and Planeswalkers at bay just long enough for you to get where you're going. Also, by the way, this card has Vigilance, so they can't really kill it easy with a Wandering Emperor, and that's pretty convenient. Then we have 2 Brutal Cathar, just to have a little bit more removal. We're trying out Siege Veteran, but the truth is, these could probably be more Brutal Cathars, and that's probably where we'll end up by the end of the video. But again, it's a little bit of resilience, because we do have a few soldiers, so if they die, you get some extra tokens. You can pump some things to force through attacks, so we'll see. Then, of course, the star of the show for this video, hopefully, is Phyrexian Vindicator. We're going to try to play a full set of 4 of these. Getting to 4 white mana shouldn't be a problem for us, so hopefully we can cast these without too much issue. And, of course, there are 4 Steel Seraphs, because this card's just really good. It's a 3/3 for 3 that gives you flying, lifelink, vigilance. Honestly, giving a Vindicator vigilance is kind of gross, right? It already flies. So now your opponent doesn't block it. Great, they take 5. Now it's here so they can't attack, right? Like, there's a really great combo there. Then we got 1 Iganjo and 23 planes. But that's the deck. As always, y'all go enjoy these games. Catch up with me on the back end of the video, because I'm sure there'll be some things we want to change or talk about before y'all take this into the ladder. But y'all have some fun. I'll catch you on the backside. Alright, I guess we gotta keep it. Man, I just realized y'all can probably hear all kinds of stuff with, like, the rain and everything outside. Let's fix that. Okay. Alright, we're gonna do this and get an attack in. I mean, Seraph on this turn isn't the worst thing. Like, this is actually... Oh, that's really nice. Play Seraph. Give this lifelink, I suppose. Alright, let's see what they're up to. Welcoming Vampire, sure. Well, I thought I had a thing I wanted to do here, but... Let's go ahead and give this lifelink. Actually, let's give this vigilance. And then that'll discourage the opponent from... Well, I guess it doesn't matter. This thing flies anyway. Yeah, I should have just taken the lifelink. So be it. See what they got going. Veteran, more life gain, and a card. Cute. Does that solve our problem at all? Opponent's at 13. I say we go ahead and use this. Alright, so they don't have anything to respond with. They're dead. Alright, I guess we'll keep. We need to find a third land desperately, but in the meantime, I guess this is alright. Oh, is this like mono blue? It is. Okay, we're doing that this early in the season. Here we go. Some people just don't like fun. That's okay. We'll attack. And we'll go with this. Feel free. I have no qualms about that. A pithing needle? What? That's kind of a surprise. Cool. I'm kind of into it. Like, that's a good call. Alright, I'm going to cast this first because this has the least bearing on this game, I think, other than being a blocker. Whereas the others, I think, could produce larger attackers to help us punch through. Okay. Wasn't expecting just an impulse. I thought maybe he was going to get countered. Shame. Could have got away with something there. Alright, well, we'll see. I really would like a land here so that we could play one of these, and if they play a, well, they played a terror, so that's a whole different problem. What do we want to do here? I don't know if Peacekeeper is good enough to do here, honestly. If we veteran, we could get a little extra value out of the Seraph. And they have 3 spells in their graveyards. Feel like I'm going to regret not playing the Peacekeeper, but I think I got to go for damage here. Yeah. Give this lifelink. Because I'm not blocking with it here. And there is a point where if we just gain enough life, they won't be able to race us with the Haughty Djinn. So you kind of force them to just find something. Now, they can't always bounce a thing here or whatever. That's fine. Like, we can't do anything about that. If it's a thing, it's a thing. But if we make them spin spells now, then stuff like Lay Down Arms can get a Haughty Djinn later, which is kind of nice. Yeah, give this flying. Could have given the Seraph Vigilance there. Well, no, nah. It's better. Just get the damage in. This tends to be how you beat the blue decks anyway. You just got to get up under them earlier. More threats is usually the good thing to beat them. Fortunately, we did find a quality removal spell. We just haven't had to use it. Unfortunately, the mana value of this is just too high. It's 7, so we can't use it. Really, we need 9 because it has Ward 2 as well. But if they ever do get a Haughty Djinn, we got things. Opponent's dead. Okay, that works. Alright, we'll keep it. Okay, this was a pretty easy mulligan. I mean, or non-mulligan, I say keep. We just have to find a land to make sure we cast our big monster, but we'll see. Is this going to be another mono blue deck? That would be strange. I mean, I guess not strange. Just kind of surprising to get 2 back-to-back early. Okay, looks like it might be. No, it's not. There's a forest. Storm Chaser Drake. Well, now we have decisions to make, don't we? I say we just get rid of this. They can have life. We'll take it back from them here. Thalia is already taxing their spells pretty heavily here, which is not what these builds like. Okay, before we run out the Vindicator, let's see if we can clear some room for it first. Nope, they had a counter. Alright, good move. Didn't want to give up our better things there. And same thing here. We'll probably just lead with the Steel Seraph. Unless they tap the island, then we'll just go bigger with the Vindicator. So they just made a Thalia token of their own? I mean, you did it. I guess they can make a copy of an Obliterator, which we don't want that happening, but I mean, I guess that's a thing. Though actually they can't now because it has 2 Thalias on the board, so now it's even more expensive. Yeah, so copying Thalia was actually even more of a hindrance for them because they have to pay 2 extra now. That's amusing. I mean, if they have another, they could still cast it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's just 5. So they could make a Vindicator. And then we just have to, like, swap Vindicator damage, which is weird, but that would be a thing. Alright. Peculiar. What are we doing here? Alright, let's see if we can get you to tap some mana pre-combat. Because I'm genuinely not sure what's going on right now. We're going to give this flying. That's a sorcery. So I'm trying to think, like, other than just bouncing something, what's about to go down here? They could, like, bounce the Vindicator and see if they can counter it next turn. That would be real. Oh. Okay. Well, that makes sense. I'm not completely sure why they didn't just block there and save themselves some mana, because they're definitely playing a spell-heavy deck, whereas we are not. I'm kind of curious what else they're doing, though. I mean, because the initial premise here makes sense, but okay. That's it. Yeah, let's keep. Let's see what we can do with this. Oh, no. Hopefully Thalia gets to do a lot of work here. This is gonna suck. Maybe I can find a 1-mana thing? Okay, it was a 1-mana thing. Not a bad one either, actually. Against a red deck. Could allow us to protect some stuff on the cheap. If it even lives. It might just get shot here and then they just play the, Oh. Got a whole ass Obliterating Bolt. Okay. Like, it just got all that. Well, the good news is if they use Obliterating Bolt on that, they don't have anything else cheaper to hit Thalia. Because there's no way they would have wasted that on Skrelv. So we got a good bit of info there. Let's go ahead and start taxing the opponent's hand. If you can't cast things, Freed from Flesh, a Braid, body gain control, that costs 4 already. Let's go with the Braid. No removal for you, friend. And then I guess we can get the Bloody Betrayal. Well, if we kill one, it now pumps the other one, so that's a thing. They only have 2 lands, though. Like, I mean, Freed from Flesh, I guess, so they wouldn't be able to play that at any point. What's the normal cost of this? It is just 3. Alright. Yeah, alright. I guess that's it. We just called Free from Flesh. And attack. I mean, we're just doing the real tax work early. Yep. Get rid of that. See if they can find a land, I'm assuming. There you go. Yep, but they decided to give in. Ooh. Wow. I mean, I guess so. I at least want to see what happens. Though, generally, I would say mulligan this hand. It's not nearly aggressive enough for an aggro deck. I mean, we don't have anything on 1 or 2. Probably not good. I'll go ahead and get rid of this. Just to minimize what little poison we may get. I assume there would be a hive, so no surprises there. Now, part of me is kind of hoping if they have a removal, it's going to get the Steel Seraph and leave our Phyrexian Vindicator alone. But, we'll see. Give this Vigilance. Attack. I have a feeling our life total won't matter all that much here as they're going for the obvious kill. Please don't kill my Vindicator. I mean, they could give something basically protection from white. Yeah, and guarantee you get some poison in here. That makes sense. Oh, just like, whatever. You're going to take 3, boss. Alright. Well, the good news is we now have an opportunity to get rid of Skrelv if they can't protect it, which they can't. Great. Put a counter here. Same. Give this Vigilance. We're going to attack with those. Alright. Opponent goes to 9. I mean, we're doing big chunks of damage now, so... Okay, they at least found a blocker. That's relevant. Oof, and we did not find anything for this. Opponent's at 9? What's the most poison we could take next turn? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, maybe? If they'd have a way to give everything poison. I don't think there is one in white, though. This isn't a poison creature, though. Okay. Let's give this flying. Actually, I kind of want to give the Phyrexian Vindicator Vigilance, but I guess it doesn't really matter. Let's give this Vigilance, and we'll just attack with everything. I mean, because they only have one thing that can block, so whatever. Yep, you die. Why do I have mismatched Thalias? I need to fix that at some point. I hate when Arena does that. I just realized what happened. Yeah, let's keep it. No, it's going to be a bad choice to keep these Thalias. Gosh dang it. We chose poorly. I was kind of hoping maybe it's some slower spell-heavy thing. Maybe they need to remove some stuff. Thalia really makes them sad, but nope, not today. We'll see, though. We'll see. I mean, obviously, we'll stop the more important thing there. Yep. Interesting choice to have Thalia in there. Or, Adeline. Oh. Random. I guess we'll call Destroy Evil? No attacks. I mean, we'll take some damage and work on stopping the other things. We need... they're still going to be able to play that, though. I'm not sure how we're going to get out of this just yet. Because if they attack here... Yeah, that's definitely the right play. But I was just thinking, like... If they attack, we're almost better off taking the damage. And then just blocking the poison creatures. Because we can suffer the damage one time and be fine, I think. I don't think it's a priority. Alright, now we're at 9, but it's not the worst thing here. Now we also get the option of just doing this, pumping it up. That lets the Peacekeeper go one-on-one with Adeline. I think I like that. Because we know what their hand is. We don't get any value from playing the Vindicator yet. Like, now they're going to get to keep going infinitely wide with the Skrell's Hive, because they lose life, but then they gain 2, so that's whatever, right? We just have to find a way around that. Whoa. Okay. I can't fault him. We're only at 9. That actually kind of makes sense. Just saying like, hey, you know, let's see what you got. I mean, you could destroy this dude. That would be real. And then our adversary has to block out a line. This has to block something. But then we do get to play Vindicator and things turn around a little bit. So it's up to them. Actually, yeah, that's all they can really do here. Yeah, they've got to kill that. That's the only thing that makes sense. And we get to gain some life back here. That'll put us at 3 poison. How do I feel about that? Because I kind of want to kill off the veterans, but nah, we'll just block one of those. They can have some life for the time being. Oh, that's not bad, though. Alright. No attacks. At least now I can put some pressure over the top. And if we get desperate, I mean, we can exile a veteran so they're not gaining life every turn. At least they'll be at equilibrium. But we'll see. They're really debating that last card they drew. Oh, it's another Destroy Evil. Alright, GG's. Like, you got it. Gosh dang. That hurts. That really does. Good job, opponent. Hey, they drew the right cards and we didn't. We deserve to lose. Yeah, that's not going to help us. Alright, they got it. Yeah, I'll keep it. I mean, we got 2 turns to draw a 3rd land and 3 turns to draw a 4th land, so sure, why not? And Skrelv, Guardian are actually reasonable cards to protect themselves early. Alright. Let's see if it lives. It does live. And that is a swamp. That is also a swamp. And that is a Tenacious Underdog. Okay, well, so far things are going okay. We'll see how long this lasts. The fact they're likely playing Obliterator means we probably also need to hold on to Brutal Cathar. So there's a real chance we don't do anything about this underdog and we just say, yeah, you got it. Oh, they just had another one. Okay, fair. Okay, we did find a 4th land. So let's go ahead and go with this. I might give this Vigilance. The thing I'm just debating here is, can we get away with playing both Vindicators? I'm actually not even going to attack. No attacks. Because I don't want to discard any of these cards. Like, I need the land for the Vindicators. I kind of want to have 2 Vindicators, but I also want to be able to get rid of an Obliterator when it shows up. So, kind of put me in a bad spot. Yeah, we're not blocking. Whatever. Go to 11. If it's Shieldred, we got to get rid of Shieldred, but it's whatever. Actually, I don't even know that we have to get rid of Shieldred. We could actually just use Seraph with lifelink and attack over the top. Okay, that's less of a concern, I suppose. Play a land, play this guy. Give this Vigilance. Probably going to regret not taking the life at some point, but we'll see. Especially if they just go land into one of our most hated cards. Invoke Despair. Oh no, just a Sorin. That's actually fine.
Out of my way. I have a wedding to see.
It's not all that concerning.
My way.
Sure, hey, that gets rid of Skrelv. That opens up the door for the opponent quite a bit. You don't want to target our Guardian opponent. Don't do that. Really? Like, Skrelv, I would think, is the thing you want to target. But I don't know, maybe they figure I'm low enough on life. If I pay Skrelv, I go to 9, and maybe they have a game plan for that. Okay, that makes more sense. Sure. Skrelv dies. Not sure you really want to attack here, though. They do. Nope. I was gonna say I was gonna be a ballsy attack. Like, awesome if they do, but I didn't think that's what they wanted. Okay, so let's go lifelink here. We will kill Sorin. Now we're gonna get 8 life back. We would have another Vindicator and an Initiate. We're at 11. We go to 15. Go to 16. You know what? Yeah. This is fine.
Balance may never be restored.
And then we're going to play this. And play this. So now, even if there is an Invoke Despair, we should be fine. If they attack, we don't have to block. We won't be at lethal. And they're only at 13s. We have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So we don't have to find one more point. Actually, they would gain 1 from the Trespasser. So that's real. Oh, and it's just a Bank Buster. Alright, cool. Well, we kind of got off the hook there then. Because we have lethal in the air. And technically on the ground. Because the Seraph can catapult something. Yeah, there's really no good attacks here for the opponent. Because they attack, we block. Yeah, they're going to gain a point of life here, but I don't know how much it matters for them. I mean, I'll still block. If they have a way to kill the Vindicator, so be it. Like, but the Vindicator is also going to get to deal damage right back to them. I'm probably never going to deal it to one of their creatures. Yeah, that makes sense. Wow, this looks a little similar to last game, so I guess we'll keep. We really got to get back to having some interactive battle playfields, because, I mean, all this fleshy stuff and, like, nothing wiggles or nothing where the hands move or try to grab our cards or something. Like, I don't know. You could have had anything weird. There were a lot of things we could have done. Alright, in the turn. No need to attack with Skrelv. It's going to sit back and try to protect something if we can. Alright, opponent's got 3 mana. What do we see? What do we see? What do we see? Oh, Obnixilis. Okay. Just a straight up Obnixilis.
I'm gonna remake this town in my image.
Sure.
Go sow some chaos.
That really does make me want to play Seraph instead of the Peacekeeper like we were planning. But I think I will. And we're going to give this flying. Just attacking.
No one
In the
beats
turn.
me and survives.
Alright, Blood Tithe Harvester. That'll get to kill something. That'll be a pain in our butt. Okay, how do we want to go about this? Getting double Vindicator is kind of sweet here. Let's give this flying. See if the opponent wants to do something to it. Attack, we will enlist this. Tapping that. Whoa, don't want either of those. That was actually nice to have done that. Alright. Opponent takes 5. We will go ahead and lead with a Vindicator. I mean, if they got removal cards, they got removal cards. You can't do nothing about it. Just make them have all of them. Could be a Wandering Emperor or something. That'd be a little annoying, but possible. Harvester's pretty powerful here, though. Because with power 2 or less, sacrifice creature. Alright, that's strong. I guess I should have played my Peacekeeper. I got punished for not doing so. Look at that. Alright, they got rid of a whole board. That was strong. I guess we just call Platoon Dispenser. Fable. Okay. Don't think they're going to want to Fable away those cards. Come on, play it. Play your Soul Partition. Dang it, you were supposed to commit to that, opponent. Well, poops. I mean, I guess technically if I get a 6th land, I'd be able to play this anyway. How do we want to go about it? Alright, sure. I mean, if they get a 7th lane, they'll be able to play their Platoon Dispenser anyway, but it's fine. Discarded the Dispenser. Interesting. So they wanted whatever they had more, but also was worth going and looking for something. Not sure what that means. Man, I don't even know if I want to waste this on that, to tell you the truth. So Wandering Emperor, you give it +1, then you trade. I mean, I guess we're okay with that. Alright, let's see what happens. Maybe just make a token block with 2 things. I don't know. Nope, they just took it. This is very concerning. I'll just go with it. God, what am I going to need to get rid of with this card? Because we're at 5. You know what? Just pass. They might get Shieldred or something, and that's probably better. If they have something to kill Vindicator, they just do. Alright. Oh, they had another Platoon Dispenser. Okay, that kind of explains it. Now let's see, is there anything we got to get rid of? Or do we just get rid of Reflection with this? Archangel can deal 2. Deal 4. Yeah, you had full mana for it. Alright. So I think we're still on get rid of Reflection action here, because that's the most concerning piece. And then we'll just give this guy Vigilance. Alright. Platoon Dispenser, you got it. They drew 3 of them. Wow. If you got it, you got it. Alright, they do get a card. That's nice, though. Don't hate that. Then we're going to go same thing. Just give this Vigilance. Alright. And then say you got to deal with both of them now. And having another Steel Seraph's kind of nice, too. Alright, we got there. Oh, man. Okay. Alright, I'm going to keep it. This is a little tough to go first and have our more expensive things in hand. Maybe we'll get lucky, though. Oh, we're going to have to. Teething Wormlet. Oh, man. Don't really want that getting out of control because we can't do much about it. So, yeah, that's got to go. It would be both life and size, and that is a problem for us. Another one? Nope. They're just passing on whatever that was. Okay. Let's try this. Go lifelink. I could have went with the Siege Veteran, but I figured these are going to pump each other next turn anyway. I'm going to go with this. I don't think we need to Veteran just yet, and if they have some other card, I'd like to see that. So let's go here and give this lifelink. Why not? Okay. They obviously need the mana, so they're not going to block with the Galley Greeters there. Oh, Frontier. I would not have expected those to be in the same deck together. Huh. Okay, well, I guess I could have got away with that Vindicator, but here we go. Give this flying, I guess. Oops, wrong thing. I mean, it's just big skids of damage here. And if they sweep the board, we still get 2 tokens and we have a Vindicator in hand. And we have a bunch of flying power, so that's tough too. They almost need both a blocker and something to kill Steel Seraph here to stay in the game. Oh, well. Steel Seraph to block actually works. I think. You gain 2 life, go to 8. You can block 2 things and take... Yeah. That still works for them, I believe. Alright, well, we'll put a counter here. And a counter here. And give the smaller of them flying. Not that it matters. I could have just gone lifelink, but they're getting all in there anyway. They've got to block 2 things that are 4, no matter how it comes down. Unless they have something like Tameo Safekeeping or whatever. Yep, that makes sense. Alright, and we're just not going to play anything else. Weirdly, could have Depopulate or something. No need to walk into it. Plus, we'd get 2 1/1s anyway. Yeah, GG's. That was a tough game for the opponent. Yep. Okay. Let's keep this. I think we have to go Skrelv first. And mostly because they can protect other things. And I don't have a way to get any significant damage. I mean, we'll miss out on a point of damage here early, but I think that's okay. So Skrelv it is. And then we'll just see if it lives or not. Maybe we end up with 2 1/1s here. Okay, so poison stuff. Fair enough. Pass. I mean, our biggest problem here is we just don't have mana. Like, we can't do much here. We're kind of stuck. I mean, that doesn't really help. I mean, if they didn't play a creature, we know they have defensive cards, right? Alright, let's just pass. Gonna have to wait for more of a tapped out moment before we can use this lay down arms. Alright, let's see what they got going on. More blue lands. They're passing. I mean, we block, they pump. Do we care? It's just kind of like what happens from there. I mean, if we get a land, are we really doing anything? Not much. Alright, sure. We already know what's coming. But it's one of those things you kind of just got to roll with it. Almost need them to spend the mana. Oh, really? That's it? Well, that was strange as hell. Okay, there's a counter. Pass turn. So we wouldn't have resolved anything trying to kill this Rot Priest other than just taking some poison for no reason. I wonder if they attack just to check us, to see if we would block. I mean, we're stuck on 2 lands. There's no reason we're not doing anything, but we'll see. Alright, they want to tap both of our things. I think I'm willing to pay the life. And we'll target this. And we'll just say blue. So we can still block here. I mean, if they have something else, they have something else. But they didn't use it last time. So I'm going to assume they don't have it now. I don't know if that's a good or a bad assumption. But, yeah, situation is what it is. Alright. We're going to put the +1 here. And say you haven't been willing to attack, so maybe. Alright, they're not blocking either. So I don't think it's an outright pump spell, but it could be a protection spell. Tamiyo safekeeping, exactly. Okay. So we've done okay so far. Okay, so that actually worked out pretty solidly, surprisingly. I thought it was going to have more issues. I'm not sure on the veteran still. I think I would like to cut one and play an additional Brutal Cathar. I think that could be useful in a few more decks, or a few more matchups. But overall, I actually thought the deck was pretty solid. I do think, like, you could maybe struggle with a few mono red early draws potentially. We don't have like a pile of life gain we're leaning on, so we don't get that aspect of white, but everything else actually works out pretty well for us in most of those aggro fights. And we actually are resilient against some slower control matchups, though really we didn't see that maybe one in this video. So we still probably need more games to really get a definitive read on that. But overall, the deck actually works, and the best part is you're not adding that many new cards to the list. So if you have some old versions or have all these cards from the last couple of sets, you actually can build this one pretty easy right out of the gate. And now for today's card spotlight, we're going to talk about Wakening Sun's Avatar. The reason I bring this up is really there's a few points. The first is that this further says that dinosaurs are actually still good and valuable. So if you have some of these from rivals of Ixalan or regular Ixalan that are rare and mythic, those dinosaurs tend to carry some value. Now, partially this one actually is a board sweeper, so that's why it gets some play. But several of the other dinosaurs are worth stuff, so it means maybe there's still a pile of commander players out there wanting to play dinosaurs, and there's not that many of them, so what's there is still sought after. However, we will be going back to Ixalan at some point later this year, and you kind of have to figure that's going to bring up the value of some of these as well, so something to keep your eyes on. If you enjoyed today's video of beating down your opponents with creatures, check out this Gruul oil list we had that was surprisingly good and fast. But that's all I have for you for now. We'll see you next time.